Welcome to World Sports News with Ernie. Behind the desk is the co host, Ernie. Sitting on top of the desk is Ernie's faithful companion. Ernie calls him the rubber ducky. The rest of us on Sports News Review call him Felix. Alrighty, Ernie. It's been over at least a week since we did our last edition of World Sports News with Ernie. And once again, Ernie, we're going to start with netball, women's, England and Australia. And we're going to start with England first, Ernie. And what I'm going to do is press pause, and that way I'll be able to put the scoreboard up. Alrighty, Ernie. I got the scores up. I'll read off the scores, and then we'll talk about what's happening with what's called the minor fixtures. On our side of the globe, Ernie, we're used to the word playoffs. So, once in a while, Ernie, when you were younger too, you turn the dial back in the day. We turned the dial on the TV, and and if it was springtime or NFL, you would have heard in the fall, like well, it would have been December. You would have heard playoffs. If you like back in the day, we used to watch the say the sports channel like on like say like back in the day, watching the news with the sports. Sometimes I used to just go watch, put on the news just to get the sports because that was a long time. We're talking 70s, Ernie, and and it was just it was we're so used to the word playoffs, but they're going to call it minor fixtures this time. And well, I remember last season and the season before they were calling it the preliminary round, or is that the either it was the or was that the AFLW, the Australian Football League for Women's? I'm not sure 100%, but either way, we'll get with the scores first. And the first game we got is the London Mavericks 45, Manchester Thunder 67. I try to get. I know it's this. It's a little. I don't need any lights, but it's. I knew it was going to happen when I used Mavericks, but I took my chance. I'm trying to get Mavericks in right there. You can faintly see it. Okay, Birmingham Panthers 67. Loughborough Lightning 58. Okay, those are coming in pretty good. I don't have to worry about covering up some sunlight there. Okay, so then we got the next game is the Cardiff Dragons 44 and the London Pulse 67. And the other game on the bottom, the last game, Nottingham Forest 80, Leeds Rhino 61. Yeah, I know. Well, for fans of World Sports News with Ernie, we're all aware that Felix does not to be moved. Wherever he feels like sitting on the desk, he stays there, and we move the scoreboard around Felix. Felix doesn't move for the scoreboard. Correct, Ernie? That's an agreement we have with Felix. Hey, you can come on the show, get paid, and we won't tell you to move here, move there. No, no, you can sit where you want. And you stay there. We'll move the scoreboard around you. Okay, so but it's the Leeds Rhinos, and and it's just a bad score. And then, well, Ernie, we're looking at now with the first score here, the London Mavericks. Okay, so that's London Mavericks. Okay, try to get the. It's really hard to block that. Okay, so the London Mavericks 45, Manchester Thunder 67, and it's just funny that it becomes a game of. Well, they're going to play in the first round of the minor fixtures. Okay. Oddly enough, that's going to be the first. You can't. This score, I'm going to say this that this is not a score that's. Not going to look for a fancy word here. Just say outright and say it's not what it's going to be for the game. It's just. We don't. There was no chance of say movement possibly resting starters. Manchester Thunder must have a deep bench where when they rested their starters, they got a deep bench where. So yeah, I mean, the only thing that's going to show Ernie is that Manchester Thunder might have a deeper bench than the London Mavericks, possibly. Possibly, we'll see. We will see. And then because the next game is okay. Well, what we're gonna do is okay. We'll go to next game, and the Birmingham Panthers 67, Loughborough Lightning 58. Loughborough Lightning, yeah, they can't. They're going to be playing the London Pulse in the minor fixture, the second game of the minor fixture. And the Birmingham Panthers, oh, they just had a lot of players that like they really want to be on this team next year. Where they like if they were just on a one, I don't know what their contracts were. Of course, that's Ernie. That's when a staff is needed. Like if like once again, Ernie, I said that if I win the lottery, I'm going to have sports news review and a professional staff. And yeah, I mean, we're going to be doing World Sports News with Ernie. And yeah, you're going to see that there would be a staff and Felix would be easy to be next. Yeah, I mean, like they do research, because this is a job. I mean, I would actually pay like they don't even have to come into the studio nowadays because they could do the work remotely. And like 'cause, it'd be that obviously it'd be a real studio, like in the sense, Ernie, that you're gonna be like, say, you and the rest, you'll have your studio mini studio. I'll have the mini studio, and like the one camera on the mini studio, which is you guys, and then the bigger studio. And like you'll be set. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. If I get lucky in life, but I would have like a staff into it, and they would look into even like things like contracts. How many players were on 1 year contracts for the Birmingham Panthers? Because that obviously shows that there's a lot of Birmingham Panther players that they wanted to be asked, like, hey, I want to come, next season. I want to be come, I want to the tryouts, whatever it is. Yeah, I want a spot that, the next spring to try out for the Birmingham Panthers again to play netball. I mean, you know I know I know next season, Ernie, we'll see like how much of a change it could be. And that's good. Yeah, I mean, it's like NFL. Ernie, I don't understand completely how you feel, but like, why do I like seem to be able to do all this NFL uh teams and this, that, and the other thing when it comes to NFL, but I'm having trouble with netball because, well, Ernie, it's the hard to uh try to cover a sport that is not easily recognizable in this side on or on I should say on this side of the globe. And in England, and it's just like they would, if I was in England, I would have the same kind of thing possibly. I'm not sure how in depth I can get into, but at least they have a chance to watch it, like with the regular TV packages or something like that. But yeah, it's gonna be like just like all these games, like you see now, the Cardiff Dragons 44 and the London Pulse 67. London Pulse, obviously they just wanted to keep the rhythm going. It looks like. Now, what I'm going to do, Ernie, is I'm going to go to the team. The last game was the Nottingham Forest and the Leeds Rhinos. It obviously showed some Leeds Rhino players. A lot of them were probably felt like they weren't going to be on the team next year. They weren't going to even be asked for a tryout. Maybe they, not an invitee, as they say. And when you're not, Ernie, when you're not an invitee to the team's tryouts, it probably is like, yeah, you're kind of glad that Felix is covering the name because you know what they I can understand the mental aspect of the frustration of not a great season for Leeds Rhinos. trying, they're trying their best. It didn't work out for this season. And yeah, I mean, not knowing like what's going down, like who's like once again, Ernie, not sure how many Leeds Rhinos players have multi-year contracts because that makes a difference in you like well, possibly if there's a lot of players with multi-year contracts, well, they're on the team next year. They have to still participate, show up to practice, and well, Ernie, it's about a paycheck, and well, I mean, they're having fun playing a sport that they enjoy, and uh, to be able to make some kind of a reward, like a reward system of financial reward system. It just makes it. I mean, like can they? I don't expect no one's getting big top dollar to play netball. I mean, it's a struggling, kind of startup kind of thing happening, and uh they're probably have like their ticket prices are probably low because they want to get the fans in there first, and it's you can't, like most people think like, oh, can the teams absorb losses? Not really, Ernie. There's a it was nice to be able to have 8 teams playing in a netball, and the fun, and once again, like to the talent pool it's yeah, you can end up with all the talent on the great, there could be a lot of players that really don't belong, but they're like they're on the bench most of the time. So yeah, I mean, how much of these players for Leeds? That's another thing too, is how many of these Leeds Rhino players were playing their like like whatever string of players, like third, fourth, whatever it is, that like they didn't really see much, and they want to know, wait, are they even worth an invite again? Like, hey, come on and try out for our team next season. Maybe they'll find others through like their free agency or whatever. And I know who wants to go on league. Well, if you're a free agent and you could go on any team, yeah, you really don't want to go on the Leeds Rhinos. You want to be, I know everybody wants to do, most of them want to be on the London Pulses, the Manchester Thunders, the Mavericks, London Mavericks, the Loughborough Lightnings, or even the Nottingham Forest. But not really. Birmingham Panthers is probably a young clique of players. My guess is, they're just enthusiastically, just it's just ups and downs of the season, and there was a lot of downs in that season for Birmingham Panthers. But I mean, once again, they're all there, they're all having fun and trying their best, and Ernie, and well, it comes down to the next board we put up, Ernie, and I'll press pause again to with the with and we'll put the minor fixture board up. Well, Ernie, I got the minor fixture board up, and once again, Ernie, I know, you can't see it very well. I mean, I gotta block some of the light. Okay, so you're looking at that one where it's the Manchester Thunder will be at the London Mavericks. That's Friday, June the 20th. That's the first game. And then your second game on Friday, June the 20th, will be the London Pulse and the Loughborough Lightning. It is Loughborough Lightning. So it's Loughbourghgh. It's over here. It's all spelled out. I know Loughborough Lightning fans are going, hey, don't get Felix to move. It's bad luck. I mean, don't ask Felix to move. It's bad luck. We don't want any bad luck. We want to win this match. And I understand completely. Okay. Could be bad luck for Lowborough Lightning if Felix moves. Okay, because they're playing a tough, very, as they say, very good opponent in London Pulse. And yeah, I mean, so we got the top four teams, Ernie, which, okay, after the whole season, you got some good top talent from the four teams. But Ernie, I'm going to go on quite a little, just a disappointing thing about it, Ernie, and it's this, and let's see, it's about the minor fixture and the way it's set up. Now, because when I look at the okay, so when I'm gonna look at the okay, so where I'm trying to find now. I'm gonna try to. I gotta go to. Okay, so looking standings. Okay, I'm gonna look at the. I'm gonna go to the standings, which okay, usually they call them the table, but anyways, I don't know. Okay, so London Pulse came in first. Okay, and the Loughborough Lightning came in second. Now the Thunder came in third, and the Mavericks came in fourth. And I'm still like, just I don't understand why two and three are playing. No, three and four are playing against each teams, and one and two are playing. I don't. I said that spiel last season too. I don't understand it. Why would you care to come in second place if you're in this league? If like I know like the only thing that's like when you look at the point system here, and okay, so you're looking at the pulse and finishing with 37 points. And like the lightning and thunder, like it's just a weird scenario, Ernie, that like as a second place team, that's the Loughborough Lightning. You don't get to do you don't guarantee you don't have a guarantee hosting a playoff game, which I don't get. I just don't understand it. I don't. I'm from this side of the globe, Ernie, and I'm like, I'm just like, I don't understand this. Like, why isn't the London Pulse, okay, should be playing the London Mavericks? The first game should be the Loughborough Lightning against the Manchester Thunder. Like that's the Manchester Thunder shouldn't be hosting a playoff game when they came in third, and meanwhile, for second place, you got to play the best place team, and you don't get to host a playoff game unless you win. But yeah, but if you would have won anyways because you're in second place, you get to continue on. The two is the second place is just like assistant captain, like like second in charge, like say like back in like a Star Trek, second in command of the Star Trek fleet, whatever. I mean, you're joking around, Ernie, but I'm saying like number two becomes number one when if number one law like it in this scenario, Ernie, is that the London Pulse should have been playing in London Mavericks. Now, if the London Pulse lose and the London Mavericks win, then they lose their number one status, whereas the Loughborough Lightning become number one. And they get to host another second playoff game because the London Pulse winning this game will host a second playoff game, which the Manchester Thunder will can't like it's just I just don't get it because you can't like you like what like that's the whole point of trying to climb up to win the division is to get the playoff game at home and play opponent that's lesser so you have a better chance of going to the final because there was only one. So like you got the final game possibly right there, the London Post Loughborough Lightning being played in the first round of this minor fixture, and I'm still don't get why doesn't they get together and say, hey, you know, on the other side, on this side of the globe, we have this system, but the other side have been doing this for. I can't. I don't. Yeah, I don't see how this could even work on this side. Like you put this up in the United States, in Canada, you put this system up like this, you call the playoff system like this, and people would just be just like going, what? Wait a minute, just exactly what I'm saying. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. There's only one minor fixture game, and then after that, it's the game. It's the grand final. It's the grand final game. Okay, you got to win this one game to get to the grand final. And now, like like, don't you want, like, what happens if this game is close? Okay, the London Pulse win by 2 points or 1 point, whatever, and then they play one of these two teams, whatever, and then it's like as they call it, like a complete, like, one-sided affair for the London Pulse. I'm gonna say, well, that's what you got because of the system you put in. You didn't, like, if they're good enough to if one of these two teams is good enough to beat the Loughborough Lightning, then they are a good match for the London Pulse. It happens, some days, but whatever. But that's the way the netball bounces, as they say. For me, like, it's a game. You win, you win. You win, you get to the next round. Now, once again, in this system, and then I don't want to be corrected. I don't really care, but I'm just saying, like, so the yeah, because the London Pulse will be playing, which is fair. They're playing their playoff game, and they'll be at home. Wait, no, wait. The London Pulse are at the. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Why are the London Pulse at the low? Wait. The Loughborough Lightning came in fourth. The Pulse came in one. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why is I forgot about that. I totally forgot. I just realized it now that the London Pulse came in first. And it's hitting me now saying, hey, they came in first. And they're playing at Loughborough. They're playing at. Which is like, wait a minute. Why are they playing at? I gotta find where it is to make sure. Is that correct? Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna get back to it, and the Thunder Mavericks. Yeah, Manchester Thunder Mavericks Lightning. Ooh, is it Pulse Lightning? Wait a minute, where are they playing? From Copper. Okay, okay, Copper Box Arena. Wait, Copper Box Arena. I gotta see where Copper Box Arena is. Okay, Copper Box Arena. Okay, Ernie, this is gonna be like a check right now. See where? Okay, so is it Cooper? Or Cooper Box Arena? Cooper Box Arena. Did I say Copper for? I don't know what's Copper. Is it? No, it's Copper Box Arena, London, England. Okay, it's in London, England. Okay, so they're not at the Loughborough Lightning because the Loughborough Lightning would have probably. Yeah, I mean the Loughborough Lightning would have been. Yeah, it would have been. Let's see, where would the Loughborough Light? Where do okay low? What I don't know. Loughborough Lightning. Okay, Loughborough. Oh, but Loughborough Lightning. Okay, where is the Loughborough Lightning? Where do they play out of? Okay, so the Loughborough Lightning is okay. They're based in at the Loughborough University, and where are they? Loughborough University. Where is this? Home venues. It could be the Motorsports Center. Okay, so you know what? It's actually a home game for this is incorrect. It's not at. They're not at the. They might be the same thing here. Let's see. We'll see in a second. But the London Pulse would be the home team. Okay, and I don't know why they got it. Like I'm looking at it, and when I did the board, I thought it was London Pulse at Loughborough Lightning, but no, they're they're playing where the London Pulse play, which is the Copper Box Arena. The London Pulse play there, so yeah, it's okay. So London Pulse will get a home. I almost was like, wait, they don't even get a home game. Okay, so London, but the Loughborough Lightning is the one that should be getting a home game versus one of these two teams, which is the London was it the London Manchester? Where it came before? And wait, because now I look at it again, like okay, so now we'll look at it again, and the Manchester Thunder, like what are they? Okay, is it? I'm gonna look. Okay, so now they're calling it the semifinals fixtures. And now they're saying this one, the Thunder at the Thunder Mavericks and Pulse Lightning. And okay, so we established that the Pulse would be the home team, but they mentioned it first. So the Thunder, yeah, so it's just the Loughborough Lightning should have had a home game against one of the London Mavericks. And because the Mavericks came in fourth. Was it the Mavericks that came in fourth? Let's see. I'm gonna look for the let's see standings again. Yeah, the Mavericks came in fourth. Yeah, I just I don't know. Okay, we'll see. It is what it is. We'll leave it at that, Ernie. Well, next we'll report on will be the grand final for these with this. So now when it's an update. Before it was called the minor fixtures, but now an update it's called the semi. Yeah, when you do the research and then they change the wording, that's just I guess it just happens. Everything is just dynamic, as they say, and it changes. But either way, I said my spiel about the system, and I did really would have liked it the other way, but that's the way I'm used to. That's just what I'm brought up with, but in sports, as in viewing my sports. That's what I'm used to. Now, with that, Ernie, I'm gonna press the pause button again, and we're gonna put this. We're gonna go to the Australian. Sorry, the netball Australia, and they're still in round. Oh, already, Ernie. Okay, we're in round 10 of 14. So we got still another 4 rounds to go. And in round 10, we'll start with the first score we got up. I have to block some more light. Okay. Okay. So the colors are off. And okay. So the Melbourne Mavericks 63, the West Coast Fever 69, the Adelaide Thunderbirds 65, the Queensland Firebirds 58, the Melbourne Vixens 70, the NFW Swifts 68, Giants Netball 78, and once again, the folks at for fans of the Sunshine Coast Lightning don't mind if Felix is blocking their name because they lost by 10 points. And yeah, Sunshine Coast Lightning 68 to the Giants Netball 78. Now, with that, Ernie, we'll briefly go over what's going down, what's happening at the women's Australia, and last week Melbourne Mavericks 63, West Coast Fever 69. Last week, when I was looking at the fixtures for the upcoming, yeah, I would have said, yeah, that's a score that's possible. Yeah, I would have said West Coast Fever would have won this game, win match or match. Yeah, so good match win for West Coast Fever. And now Adelaide Thunderbirds statement win that we're more than like it was 65, and Queensland Firebirds 58. And you're looking a 7 point difference, Ernie. And like, yeah, I mean, you're looking at that. I'm looking at that. It's like, Adelaide Thunderbirds came through, and more and more. They had to do it and then some, Ernie. I mean, the Queensland Firebirds are still trying. It's only round 10. Uh, they play like there's still a chance for the Queens. They don't play like there's still a chance for them to make it to the next round. But you do the reality check. Yeah, Queensland Firebirds. So, well, like I said, the Adley Thunderbirds didn't. But the beginning of the season, based on last season's results, they're like okay mentally. Like they don't say collectively. No one says it out loud, Ernie. It's just a lot of the Adley Thunderbird players that are going, okay, we have to win this game, this match, uh, this round 10, the Queensland Firebirds, or else we don't really have a season because it is a must needed win. And some extra points on top of it. And it's not to give like, oh, Queensland Firebirds not to make sure they don't get any bonus points for not being close. It's more of like they just wanted to show that to themselves that hey, we can score and we're not just going to win over opponent that's like we should win this. Well, they know they should win this match, but we're going to show it like, hey, we really, really are going to win this match and not let the Queensland Firebirds sneak in a win here by us being, not taking them seriously, quote unquote, Ernie. They took the Queensland Firebirds serious because the score proves it. Okay, now you get to the next one. The Melbourne Vixens keeping the season alive with a win over the NSW Swifts. NSW Swifts, I think that's their only second game they've got, and they're having such a good season. And well, I'll take a look. I'll take a look here, and I'm looking. I want I want the latest matches. Okay, oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay, I always have to do it this way. Then I'm gonna have to go to the just to get the standings. Oh, I hate when I had the ladder. Okay, that's what I'm having. I'm having trouble because in Australia they're using the same old the term as the ladder. Okay, we're looking at the Swifts right now with 10 games. They had 8 wins, 2 losses. They lost 2 in a row now, Ernie. I mean, it's like it's a good win, and like the Vixens, like you look at the Vixens now, and like yeah, they're in fourth place. So a really good win for the Vixens. It's a nice mental boost to be able to stay in that fourth. Well, last week I can't remember if the Vixens were in fourth place, but right now the Vixens are in fourth place. So this is like a big. If you're like a Melbourne Ernie, if you were a Melbourne Vixens fan out there in Australia or any place else on this globe, yeah, I mean you're going. This is a nice win. Nice win. It's 2 points. It's a 2 point win. It's a nice win over a team that has won 8 in a row. But seem now they came like let's look at they only won by two. So that is like that's how showing the NSW Swifts are still like they're still there. Like it's not. I wouldn't say to give up on the NSW Swifts just yet. That they're not going to be up there. I mean, it happens. Came across team that was really possibly so motivated, the Melbourne Vixens, going, "Hey, if we win when we win this game, winning this game will give a they know that they're going to give everybody a team is a really good mental boost to winning this game." And now, if you're an NSW Swift fan, you're like, "Oh, geez, what is going down? How did we lose? How did we get so good 8 in a row and lose two now in a row?" It's like, way like, yeah, we'll see the fixtures in the next, and then the Giants netball and a nice 10 point. Well, let me look at the Giants netball. 'Cause I don't think they were doing that. Like they were doing that great. Yeah, I mean they were 3-7. They were 3-7, and like, well, you look at the Sunshine Coast Lightning are yikes. I mean, that's an impressive win. The Giants netball is a very impressive win because the Sunshine Coast Lightning were 6-4. No, they're now, well, they were 6-3. Now they're 6-4. So yeah, I mean that's a really good win for the Giants netball. And this is a game where the Giants fans and players alike and staff would know that at the end of the season, if they are in the second round, this game is the one that said, "Hey, let's turn our season around and go for it, and go for like wins and try to make that second round, the minor the semifinal fixtures, whatever they call it, the preliminary rounds there." But yes, so what we'll do, Ernie, is we'll go to the fixtures for next week, and right now, okay, so I got the upcoming now. West Coast Fever, Adelaide Thunderbirds. Of course, the West Coast Fever, you know. What did I say? West Coast? Yes, that's correct. West Coast Fever. Yeah, I mean, this one is a game of like two up and coming teams, the West Coast Fever and the Adelaide Thunderbirds. That's a game of, wow, one team will go really good in one direction. It could get them like in that direction, like the West Coast Fever winning or the Adelaide Thunderbirds winning. Will get them in that direction. The other team will have to just like, even if it's just a 1 point loss, they're gonna take it hard and just have to get over it and know that, like, yeah, this was a like, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna to you want to win this one because the next upcoming one, it's just for both teams. Like it's just, yeah. I mean, it just there's a lot on this game in the season. Okay, and then yeah, the Sunshine Coast Lightning are playing the Vixens, and yeah, we're looking at the Sunshine Coast Lightning. Nice, impressive win by the Giants. Not obviously, but well, you're gonna have to come back and and try to win a game over a Melbourne Vixens that just got a super emotional boost by winning a game over the NSW Swifts. So yeah, it's going to be pretty tough for the Sunshine Coast Lightning to just, as they say, is it? Yeah, the Sunshine Coast Lightning to just kind of like, oh, just walk in the arena and go, "Oh, we're going to win this one over the Melbourne Vixens." Nope. Better not take them lightly, because they're not. Ernie, they're not. The Sunshine Coast Lightning are not taking the Melbourne Vixens lightly right now. It's too early. It's still a lot of we're getting into the last quarter, like last 4 games of the season, but still, this will be round 11, but still, okay. Now the NSW Swifts will be playing the Giants netball, and that is another. Okay, you're looking at the Giants netball with a really good win over the Sunshine Coast Lightning. So the Giants netball are like, okay, but there's not like we we could. Well, I don't know. It's going to be tough, Ernie, for the Giants netball. But if they can win over the NSW Swifts, it's like, whoa. The other teams are taking notice, going, fourth place could be in jeopardy, and if the Giants netball keep winning and certain teams keep losing. So yeah, yeah, it's going to be quite the game next week for the Giants netball. Let's see what happens there, and then well, it's gonna happen. The schedule was made at the beginning of the season. The Queensland Firebirds and the Melbourne Mavericks next week, and what a game it is to kind of like say, hey, I don't know, like well, I don't know if you're the Queensland Firebirds. Wow, the Melbourne Mavericks. Wow, I mean, like once again, we'll look at the standings again, and let's just base it on the standings here. And if we look at the ladder here, they have the same they have the same outlook in the same like yeah, I mean the Sunshine Coast Lightning and the Queensland Firebirds are they're just yeah, I mean they're is that the game? Is that the game we're talking about here? It should be. See right here now. I gotta make sure. Yeah, it's the Queensland Firebirds and the Melbourne Mavericks. And yeah, it's I don't know. It's a tough game to. Well, they're both gonna play it out and see what. I guess we'll. This one we'll just see the score. We'll go. Oh, okay. That's just the way it goes. Okay, so we're going to switch over now to our next sport, Ernie. And right now I'm gonna once again press the pause button, and we'll take this board out because our next board is below the netball. Alrighty, we have a World Sports News with Ernie snafu where the sale GP was already we were supposed to put the next I forgot all about it, Ernie. I was supposed to put the next one that's up. And next one is gonna be in England. In Plymouth, they said Plymouth? Plymouth it's in England. So yeah, the next one this one is it's not it's gonna be I totally forgot. It's gonna be I don't know. I just didn't. I rushed it. I guess I rushed it. I don't feel like there's just no way I could. There's no way I could do this program over again because there's not much to say. It's going to be Sail GP, which is going to be in Plymouth in England, and I don't even have to go. I don't even have to go on the webpage. I could just do it from memory because I knew it. I just totally like looked at the boards and thought everything was good. I go, okay, that's good. And when it's not really. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the next. Yeah, this is not. It's not New York. It's. I just get make sure it's not New York. Oh, jeez. Yeah. So the W E and N T R again. I gotta make sure. What I should have done was take these letters out immediately. That way, there's just no confusion. There's no. And it's going to be GU. It's going to be in July, so I'll leave the GU up there, and it's not going to be the 7th and 8th. And The only thing that's accurate so far on this is that it's the Sail GP, and I got to put England and July, and it's going to be July, and maybe find a small picture of a sailboat here, and that's just to show sailing. But yeah, so Ernie, it's I'm just gonna check and verify on the web page itself. So what I'll do, Ernie, is I'll verify everything by going on the web page itself, the Sail GP series. Uh, yeah, it's actually in Portsmouth. Okay, so they call it Portsmouth in 30 days. So July the 19th to the 20th. So a month from now, yeah, I should have the netball possibly be over before the Sail GP. So yeah, I mean, so the next one is why did I think it was Plymouth? I thought it said Plymouth, but either way, it's Portsmouth. I don't know where Plymouth came from. I don't even why I thought that. So yeah, the next event is Portsmouth, and this one's in England. I'm pretty yeah. So July, a month from now. Okay, so with that, Ernie, we're gonna press pause again, and I'll be switching out the boards, and then finish. We'll be doing the show very quickly because the rest of the show very quickly because we don't really because we're just going to be highlighting sports real quick. Well, Ernie, it's more of information than of upcoming events. More of just highlighting upcoming events. I really don't have results right now. I didn't think about it. I do the show, Ernie. And I just look at the boards and I go, okay, it looks good, and I don't really. I guess I'm not like doing my research like I used to, and I don't. Now I gotta see. Okay, so what I got obviously do is the EHF. So yeah, I'm gonna try to find it right now. Where we do have something going here on June the 30th, Estonia versus Spain, the Poland versus Lithuania. Okay, so we do have some things coming up. Finland versus Croatia, Egypt versus Iceland, Faroe Islands versus the Netherlands, and then Poland versus Estonia. Okay, we got something here going, and I'm not sure if it's like it's the June the 30th. So there's things I gotta. Okay, what I gotta do first is try to find. Okay, so oh, we already mentioned this already. The men's had the team. Okay, maybe it was okay. The EHF Champions League. Okay, I got it. Okay, maybe I should give it a quick look here if I can find it. Oh boy. I can't find. Okay. In the EHF Champions League for women. Yeah, I'm not sure. But here we go with this one now. We have, but the men who are playing at the end of this month. I'm not sure what's going. Like, who are playing at the end of this month? Okay, we got. Yeah, I mean, like May the 2025. Oh, that was last season. No, May 2025. Okay, the European Cup men, EHF League women, May the 2025th. I can't get on there for some reason. I don't get on their web page, and uh, I'm trying to find everything, and oh, I don't think I'll find this. Oh, I didn't do this correctly. I just didn't. There might be. Uh, I'm gonna. I'm gonna guess that these might be game. Okay, I gotta go on the one game. Okay, what I'm gonna do is go on this one. So Wednesday. Okay, what's going on? That's October the 15th. But it says June 30th there. I don't know. I'm totally lost. And this is the EHF webpage itself, and I can't figure it out. I'm gonna have to like really okay, Ernie. I'm gonna have to do a lot more research, and but there is what I could just say now, Ernie, to save this segment is there is a sport, and it's handball, or I would like to call it team handball because you're not. It's more than just one player and two players against the wall. This is the real handball strategy. Like soccer play. It's like playing soccer with just a hand, using the hands instead of the feet to kick it, and you got to throw it. The player has to throw it. Okay, and I got to get right into it more. So what I'm gonna do, Ernie, is not even gonna hit the pause button. And because just go to the darts, Germany World Cup of Darts, June. Okay, so this one, World Cup. I don't even. I think I'm. No, last edition I wouldn't have had a chance. Okay, I wouldn't have had a chance to do that in the last edition of. Okay, so I'm gonna just do that. The World Cup of Darts. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna go on the PDC website itself because it should be June the 15th. And is it? Did I get this incorrectly? Well, it says June the 12th to the 15th, and I mean, oh man, wait a minute, folks. Yeah, today's the 18th. Okay, we're doing this show, and it's the 18th today. So where's the? I want to see everything about it. I want to. I want to see all about it. I don't want to get notified. It says stay tuned. Okay, who won the event? Okay, the World Cup of Darts. I gotta find. Uh, you know what? I'm just gonna go to the Wikipedia. The 2025. Okay, the PDC, which is the Professional Darts Corporation, the World Cup of Darts, the Bet Victor World Cup Darts. Okay, and okay, and the winner and the tournament winner was. Oh, okay. From looks like the Swedish flag, Jeffrey de Graaf, or is it no the High no the High Checo? No. Okay, the champion is from Northern Ireland. Why is it Josh Rock and Derry Gunvey? What champions? For whatever reason, there's two champions. I guess there was more than one player, so there must have been a combined score of two players. You think that England would be like okay, I don't know. Okay, so either way, from Northern Ireland. Okay, Josh Rock and okay, so see, like you got England's Luke Humphreys and Luke Ledler because they're 1 and 2, and yeah, I mean, it's a total surprise. Okay, that those two should have probably won this event. They should have probably won this event, Ernie. Luke Littler, and now it's two from Northern Ireland. So that's a unique thing to happen. Okay, so Ernie, Gonna finish off this board. We're gonna go quick here, Ernie, because we're almost like we're really long in this video, and we're don't have much information like we usually have. Alrighty, again, Ernie, we're just out to highlight sports that you really like to watch, and we're looking forward to hopefully seeing. And that one of them was, of course, badminton. And once again, we're just mentioning that there's the Indonesia, the Open Championship, and it's the men's and women's, and it'll be July 11th to the 15th and July 13th to the 17th. So, yeah, less than a month away, it'll be finished. And we got this. Yeah, I mean, like this was one of the premier, as I say, one of the ones that like it's noteworthy to put up. And I mean, yeah, being that it's in June, this would be your best chance to see some really. If you want to see some badminton, want to see professional badminton, this is the tournament that's right now would be a really good tournament to watch. Like if you can't, once again, not sure how we're gonna catch it, how we're gonna see it. I don't know, Ernie. We'll try our best, Ernie. But it's just it just happens that the sports that wants to see are the ones I'm having the most trouble to be able to watch any of it. Which I understand, Ernie. I know you still like there's we have our mantra at World Sports News with Ernie, and it's highlighting sports that Ernie wants to see. And just by default, it's just Ernie doesn't really want to see combative sports like football, ice hockey, contact ice hockey. He'll watch the PW. Was it the Professional Women's Hockey League? For with the non-contact professional. Ernie likes watching that ice hockey, but he doesn't want to watch the NHL. And being that the Stanley Cup Finals was yesterday, as we're taping this program, and I'm still using the word taping by accident. I said, as soon as I said the word taping, I'm going, oh my gosh, I still use the word taping when there's no videotape involved. Video recording, where video recording is the proper term nowadays. And yeah, I mean, as we're video recording this, Ernie, the Stanley Cup was yesterday, and Ernie has absolutely no interest in it. At the beginning, Ernie, I thought we were gonna do that, like with World Sports News with Ernie, just kind of mention, oh, in the blank in the like in general, like oh, like in the United States of America, we had because remember I used to do country by country. Remember I tried to do country by country, Ernie, and see and that one was tough. That one was really tough. And then I would have had to like say, Ernie, like that would be a world sports news, like without the with Ernie. Okay, Ernie, no, Ernie. There's a big difference between the like world sports news. Would have had to mention the Stanley Cup yesterday, even if it's just the one game. We don't, whatever, for whatever reason, we don't we want to highlight world sports news, but we really don't want to do NHL much. But we have to, like, if it was without the with Ernie part, Ernie, if it was just like me and I had a big enough studio where I could sit at the desk and I could have had the microphone in front of me like better placement than it is now, and I could like the camera looking on me, Ernie, and I'm calling it World Sports News, and I'm thinking, wait. I want to say I just want to do I don't want to do too much NHL coverage, not because I don't want to do NHL coverage, because some other program will be doing NHL coverage on another segment, some other show. Because World Sports News, December, not with Ernie, just as in like just generically saying World Sports News, the show would have had to mention that yesterday. Oh, and this is how it would have sounded like, Ernie, in the and in the United States of America and Canada, because there was a Canadian team involved in it, in the Stanley Cup Finals. And I would mention how many Stanley Cups there been, the X amount of Stanley Cups finals, and in and then mention, of course, that see you gotta. It would have to be like as if the reporting on that, Ernie, would be like as if the people I'm talking to may or may not know NHL, and they don't know that there's a playoff system, and and explaining after, blank team after winning so many games in this round, that round, and then coming into the final round, the sixth game, blank team won the Lord Stanley Cup. They probably say Lord Stanley too but that'd be too much. Maybe that's over the top, as they say, of craziness to try to sound international. It would have to be like so international flavor sounding, if that makes any sense. I don't even know if I'm making any sense anymore because I'm really tired and I'm just looking for words to say. But anyways, because this is World Sports News with Ernie, once again, folks, it's whatever. It's Ernie's show. It's whatever sports. Ernie, he's well aware this is a sports news review channel. So that's the thing. He's well aware. Ernie is well aware this is called sports. That's why we even have to keep that logo up on the corner there to make sure Ernie know. Make sure we're sports news review. Okay, and this is your show, World Sports News with Ernie, and of course with the CEOB Bunny giving. Well, this show was on before CEOB Bunny came aboard as a CEO. So Ernie, it's like you're not like a leftover. Like you're just an idea of. Well, like I said, we like if we don't have Ernie anymore as a co-host, and like I said, it was just World Sports News, it'd be a whole different show. It would totally be different. The I wouldn't take take a month on the badmintons because I would just try to it would be so involving because this seems like, and I can't go on an editorial like speech like I just doing now, Ernie, to explain what exactly is World Sports News with Ernie? Remember, with Ernie, because it's a total different thing if it's just World Sports News. Then it becomes a international kind of flavor show kind of deal. Now, with all that said, Ernie, we're gonna go to our final board, the fourth one, and that's all we got is four. And we keep checking, Ernie, I keep checking those dollar stores, and no, they just don't have boards. I would like, I said, four more boards because then I'd be like, Ernie, what 8 sports do you like? Because they have their own board. And first 8 sports, like 1, 2, 3, we cycle through all those sports. Eight is enough for those born before 19, would be at least 1970. You have to be at least born before 1970 to know what 8 is enough is. To remember 8 is enough. Yeah, you gotta be at least born 1970 and under to remember like 8 is enough. But 8 is enough sports for to follow. I'd say 8 isn't. It could probably be enough, but I probably want to go back get some more boards if 8 isn't enough sports to cover for the rest of the whole year. Because netball would have its own board. Then the team handball will have its own board, dedicated board that we're not going to switch. We're only going to switch out and put the information on, and it's gonna be the whole board we're gonna be able to use like this. So the information could be future, current, and present at the time was the programming. But right now, Ernie, I'll press pause again to get our next board up. Alrighty, Ernie. Okay, once again, Ernie, we're going to highlight surfing, but we're doing it in the World Sports News Ernie style, where we don't. I didn't find an event that's worthy of mentioning, but Ernie is just happy. Like Ernie is like looking at the board now, and he's going. I'm glad just to be able to put the words up saying surfing and really likes this new photo. That's easy to get. That's so easy to do in this day and age. For anyone to get their own surfboard and get the print on that, like I I I, I don't know. Once again, Ernie, I would love to be able to buy things like that, like an actual surfboard, and well, there's so much of the population that don't need a surfboard. This is a contest. Like, what do you do? A contest for West Coast or extreme East Coast if you're on the East Coast or the West Coast. But if you're in the middle, what do you need a surfboard for? There's really nowhere to go. But you could sell it, I guess. But or you can have the, you know what? You can have the surfboard. You can or have the money, or whatever. What the surfboard's worth. But either way, Ernie, I'd love to give away stuff, and I don't want people. It's not like I'm going to be an email farmer. I'm not that type, so it's going to be tough to be able to. I don't know. I guess I'd have it all figured out. But like so, when you have like people that really know how to do web pages and that, because then I'd have my own sports news review web page, and on the web page you can you can, like Ernie, it'd be like contest giveaways, and I'd love to with things that say sports news review. Football, obviously, lots of footballs that, like, we could say soccer balls here, right? But we reach people globally, so it could be like what we call a soccer ball in Canada, and I had a football, and it's gonna say sports news review on, because it's just the way it goes. You can't just give away stuff and it doesn't say sports news review on it, because it's not a it's all about promotion. Like, I'm not. It's all about promotion. Of course, flying discs with the word sports news review. That's an easy giveaway. Those are like, be giving those away so easily. Like the first whoever, like first amount of people. If you want a sports news, and of course I would get in contact with the Whammo Corporation, because I want a bulk, and I want them to print sports news review, of course, on and I could say frisbee, because it is their product, frisbee. And I would be loving to be able to buy. I want people to have the frisbee. I want people, for me, like a sports news review. I want people to have Ernie. I want people to have like a actual frisbee, not some promotional flying disc with the company logo that had the company picnic on it. They just don't have the dynamics of a an actual frisbee, where it's all incorporated for like everything, the lines, the grip, the smoothness, the shape. It's all been researched over and over, back in the day, and they got the patents on the everything on it. So what I'm trying to say, Ernie, is that, like, you're trying to give away, and if you want, softballs, regular baseballs with sports news review, Ernie, and I'll be giving pucks away that say sports news review. Like, that would be the easy giveaways. Don't No contest. It's not a contest. It's just, do you want one? You got, we'll mail it to you. We'll send it to you. But that's like, that's a dream away, Ernie. And well, and of course, we've been watching surfing on 100-foot LED screen, or OLED screen. I would buy 100-foot television. 100 foot. Yeah, it's about right. It's 100. No, 100 inches. 100 foot would be the 100. I'm so exhausted, Ernie. This show is going on long. 100 feet would be the projection screen. But that would be a projection screen, Ernie. But 100-inch television, yeah, I'd be watching the surfing on 100. Yeah, I mean, right now I didn't really find anything high like a sport like an event to really highlight. Still early, and I'll, maybe next whatever we'll see if we find something that's worth highlighting. Then we could put the well, of course, we're gonna move everything over in a bit because I got another photo with the surfboard on it. It says World Sports News Review on it, and Ernie, I was kind of struggling between like, do I put Sports News Review on the surfboard or World Sports News with Ernie? And I came up with the idea is no, you gotta promote the channel because the the surfing, I guess there's could be another spot on surfing, like we surfing report with on Sports News Review, would be on the World Sports News with Ernie. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, there's probably it's good, yeah, with because it's very specific when it comes to like a surfboard, and yeah, what, it has to be Sports News Review as the pro. It's just it looks better. But either way, Ernie, I just thought of all that now. I was like to be able to give away like everyday items to just hey, you want it, you got it. you because well, for me, I didn't I mean that would make a difference in my life if back in the day. Oh wow, wow, I could bring, playing with I don't care if it says Sports News Review on it and people don't even it's just a quirky. For me, I just like the quirkiness of like what the heck is that, you know what I mean? Bringing that football to at the playground with the word Sports News Review, it almost looked real, like in the sense that like it's not just someone with a YouTube channel that's got some kind of doty do do to spread out, but the just has this vision, the name, and it's all about the name, Ernie. They picking the name Sports News Review as the YouTube channel. It's like, wow, I got the name. I like the name. Um, yeah, I mean, it's like I'm really happy that I came up with that name. And I mean, eh, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, I mean, that's the whole point. And I know with Sports News Review, the NFL is big, is number one, Ernie. You know that too. And Felix, I'm gonna get Felix to do picks more, Ernie. Give him. I'm gonna give I'm gonna give Felix a bigger role in picks in the sense that we're gonna do picks every week, and Felix is gonna, and that'll be a nice at least 18 shows for Felix. And it's the NFL is just easy to do picks. It's easy to do like the picks because there's so many. You got the games, and then it's I just it comes and goes in the NFL. But yeah, so well, I'm gonna. Well, it's been how long has it been? Oh, 1 hour and 14 minutes. Okay, so we'll end it very soon, Ernie. And what I'm saying, Ernie, is that we'll have a show next week. And of course, our big highlight is that we're going to be mentioning the final game in the netball for the women's Australia. And for surfing, well, once again, we just watch highlights and we kind of I like we just put on YouTube and watch the highlights here and there for the World Surf League highlights. And yeah, I mean, but we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna mention once again. We'll Ernie, we'll change the board a bit for surfing when we have something that's, in my opinion, that's Sports News Review worthy of saying, hey. first time ever rekindling your passion for surfing? Well, watch this event. But right now, I'm like, hey, well, there's surfing. People could check it on their own, the World Surf League, and they can decide without me saying, like, oh, well, watch this event. Why? Why am I watching this one? I'd rather just right now, Ernie, like when it becomes the like I well should explain, Ernie, is that when it's December and I'm going to be saying, hey, highlighting the World Surfing Championship. Okay. Now, that's one where someone first time rekindling their passion with surfing, going, well, oh, well, I'm going to watch this World Championship because it's a World Championship. But I don't want to put up something right now that's like, well, what's so special about it? Why did it's now it's up to the viewer to like, oh, okay, like whatever event they want to go, they don't need sports news review, but come back to sports news review and go, and it's like, oh, I didn't know there's the world championship of surfing, because like in December, like I said, because that's when all the darts, the badmintons, uh they're gonna in the in the soccer now for the women's soccer, like things will be wrapping up, and so remember that's I mean they're all the world championships will be coming out at that time. Okay, so with all that, Ernie, we're gonna say our goodbyes. So for all three of us, that's me, yours truly, and for Felix, who's been nicely sitting on the desk for us, uh, and for our co host, which is Ernie, sitting behind the desk, all three of us are saying thank you for tuning in to World Sports News with Ernie. Hope to see you on the next edition of World Sports News with Ernie. But for now, we are over and out.